Hi, this is Adam Kunzmiller with Board Game Geek at Gen Con 2017. I'm joined by Ben Harkins with Floodgate Games.
Hello.
And we're here to take a look at News at 11.
Yeah. So News at 11 is our new storytelling game. It's a cyclical storytelling game where players are delivering the news.
Nice, I like it.
The stories will build on themselves throughout the day. We'll do the morning, afternoon, and evening news.
This is perfect. We got our news desk and everything
Exactly.
right here. All right, how's it work?
Very good. So we're going to start the game. Each player is going to take on a role. It's a 4 to 11 player game, so it takes a few people to get it going. But what we would do is we give 3 of these cue cards to each player. Face up is just fine. And what we're going to do is we are going to call out on these cue cards one of the prompts, the gray text that's on here. And we're going to, from the rest of the group, we're going to fill in one of these cards with a marker and permanently modify these cards.
So, can somebody give me a music genre, that kind of thing?
Yeah.
Ska. How about ska?
Ska. Perfect. Let's
try
ska then. Yep. Go ahead.
All right.
That's how you play the game.
Well, I don't know how many copies of this you have going around.
Oh, plenty. We're ready.
All right.
And
we
then
got ska.
Yep. And I'd fill in one on mine.
We'll get one from chat. Oh, that would be too big of a delay.
How about a dangerous job?
Dangerous job. Crab fisher.
Crab fisher. I like it. Crab fisher. Are we getting suggestions?
We do. We have weapon, lead pipe. Was there a weapon?
Yeah, I had a weapon on mine. So we only fill in one blank on one of our cards. And that would be at the beginning of the game. We take all these and shuffle it up. Now we're done with the setup portion of the game. We're going to shuffle these.
At this point, those would all have one word on each card.
No, just
2 of them would.
Yep. From a brand new game, just 2 of these cards.
Got it.
But they do have the natural word on the bottom too. We kind of precede some words for it too. So shuffle these up. Each player's going to get 1 for the morning news. We'll set these aside. They'll come up later. One player's going to be the lead anchor during the game. We like to say in the rules, it's whoever's most outgoing, you'll know who should be the lead anchor.
It'll be obvious who the lead anchor.
Exactly.
That person with the spotlight on them at all times when they're at your house. That's the lead anchor.
Exactly. So if I were the lead anchor, I'd say, "Welcome to the BGG News. I'm here with Adam, and he's going to fill us in on the weather. How's the weather here?" Now you would deliver the weather segment incorporating the words.
And would everyone see what my word is or no?
You can keep it secret if you'd like.
Oh, okay. Well, the weather here in the Gen Con lobby is pretty good, although I must say, there's a bit of a gaming miasma here that washes over you as you enter. But that's to be expected. If you've been to Gen Con, you know what you're in for. I think pretty standard fare.
Very good. Standard fare. We'll take it.
I had wash, by the way.
I like it. That works. You can reveal your card as you go to make it dramatic, however you'd like. And then we call on other players. This player would have to incorporate, let's say, virus into the food and culture segment.
Oh, that seems pretty natural.
Yeah, obvious. Right? And so you'd start building these stories up as you go, as players delivered these segments. When we're done with the morning news, the lead anchor would close it out. They'd say, "Thanks for watching the morning news." Then we recollect all the segments. Every one of the cue cards that was used in the first round gets shuffled up and put back in.
Just wait for you to finish.
Remember, this time it's a cooperative version for 2 players. Visit Check Games Edition demo room number 232 on the 2nd floor to buy and play brand new Codenames Duet.
Great. So
all right.
Between rounds, we take all the cue cards that we used, shuffle them up, and give one of those back to each player. We don't know which ones we're getting now. And we'll also introduce one of the cue cards per player from the beginning.
So every round we're getting more, and do we have to incorporate all of them into it?
Yes. Now you'll need to incorporate all of the words into what might be a different segment based on the choice of the lead anchor. So now we'll say, "Welcome to the afternoon news here at BGG, here at Gen Con. What's going on in politics here at the convention?"
So when I have a card that did have something written on it,
Yep.
do I pick which of the things I incorporate?
As many of the words
as
you
I
can.
can.
Yep.
All right.
What's
In
the political
politics.
situation here?
Well, I tell you what, the Republican Party in Maine has been trying some interesting tactics to grow their base lately. They noticed that they had a lot of crab fishers in their in their base, and they're like, "How can we get that?" I'm like, well, the crab fishers have this problem with going out to sea, and they have to eat, stuff to sustain themselves as they're out there working, but they never wash their vegetables, and so they get sick, and then they can't get as much crab, and then the Maine economy suffers, and so the Republican Party sponsored Crab Fisher Vegetable Wash.
I love it.
And it's been going viral. It's the newest sensation, sweeping the Maine coast.
Very good. Good to hear. So then we'd follow on and give more segments to more players, and the story would start to build on itself and get more and more ridiculous as we
All
go.
right, so how do these producer cards come into play?
So this is for the inevitable player who says, I want to be part of this, but I don't want to
I don't want to have to say anything.
I don't want to have to say anything.
I just want to be fun adjacent.
Exactly. So they can play the producer role, which gives them tools to shake up the game a little bit. If someone's getting a little long-winded, they can say, wrap it up.
Oh, hey,
Or-
vamp it,
Or say, update on an earlier story, throw in an interview. And
So
maybe
they just
now-
get to throw wrenches in the mix.
Exactly.
Nice.
And don't have to say a thing. So we like to call this an inside joke machine where you get to record the jokes that you made with your friends
Awesome.
on the cards. It's been a lot of fun here at the con, and we're really excited about this.
Cool, and this is in an early format at the moment. When are you targeting release for this?
Yep, we'll be on Kickstarter on the 11th of September and retail earlier next year if everything goes well.
All right, well, thanks, Ben, for talking to us about News at 11.